The following program contains coarse language and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
And now it's time for the Sports Brawl. Without any further ado, here are your hosts, Cece and Keith.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition of the Sports Bras. I am, of course, your host, CC, always alongside with my buddy Keith, the number one podcast in Rendon, Texas, number 5 in Louisville. Are we
They're
done?
not actual facts.
Are we number
These are
3
not
now?
facts. I don't know. I haven't checked the statistics here lately.
I want to say we're number 3 now in Louisville. So
I want to say we were never in a ranking in Louisville.
wait, what? Well,
Get on to the sponsors, bro. Come on.
we're definitely number 1 in Rendon, and I want to say hello to everybody out there. The official, unofficial drink of the Sports Bras podcast is Monster Energy, as you
Green
can see
kerosene.
here. You got the green kerosene. I got the Rehab watermelon. So good. Thank you, Amazon. See,
Yeah.
Amazon treats me good. Jeff Bezos.
Fuck Amazon.
I know my buddy over here doesn't really is down with the Amazon or whatever, but
Listen, brother. I don't trust them. I broke my back. I don't trust them, bro.
what did they do? What did they do to you that was so wrong?
What did they not do is the real question. No, I just don't like them, man. You want the whole backstory? I'll
Yeah,
give you the
please
backstory.
give me the whole backstory of
All right.
this.
Let me tell you why. This is why I'm anti-Amazon, okay? Used to have a job where I sold parts online. So you know what Amazon would do? Amazon would come in and look at all the parts I was selling the most of. They would come in and undercut me. And then they would make it impossible for me to sell that part online. So they're selling the part. I know how much it costs because I'm buying it. They're selling it. And they're losing money every time they sell this part. But they're willing to do that for a good 3 to 5 months until it runs me completely off the platform. Then they raise the price back up to what I was selling it for originally. Because I'm gone now. There's no competition left. They did that with me and many, many, many other businesses. All right? It's capitalism at its finest, bro. And I'm not down
Capitalism
with
at
it.
its finest.
It is, man.
And you're not
I'm sorry.
down.
You're
not
gonna
down
get
with
me-
Amazon.
You're going to get me pissed off to start the show off.
Oh,
I
I
get so
love it.
mad. I'm serious, though, man. I think it's corrupt. You know, there was a company called Diapers.com, one of the first original companies selling on that platform. Amazon did the exact same thing to them, bro. Exact same thing. I'm not supporting this company. If somebody buys me something from Amazon, I guess I'll accept it. But I will not buy anything else from Amazon with my own money. I won't. I will not support them, bro. Pisses me off, man.
There you go.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just fuck the Amazons. For real, man. Fuck
Wow.
Jeff Bezos.
Man, what a week of sports we had upon us this past week, huh?
Yeah, pretty nice little week, including last night. Had some
Including
boxing
last
matches.
night. Yeah, we had some boxing matches last night. Yeah,
UFC.
yeah. UFC. And but the big story. We got a trade alert. We have a trade alert. Broken last night. The Texas Rangers have acquired Max Scherzer from the New York Mets in exchange
No.
for Acuna.
No.
What's his name?
man.
Acuna.
Are you kidding me?
Acuna's brother. Now, The Mets are willing. The Mets are going to pay the rest of Scherzer's contract, except for $22.5 million of it. So the Rangers will pay that $22.5 million, but that's all they gave up for Max Scherzer. Your thoughts?
I think that's pretty sweet. I'm a little upset that it cost us Acuna because I think this kid is going to be another.
Oh, dude, he's going to be something
all-star.
Else. He is.
So,
if he's anything like his brother, man, and from what I hear, from what I hear, he's got a lot more pop than his brother.
Bro, he's a young kid, man, but he's probably got 15 years ahead of him of being an all-star in the majors. So this trade better work. But like I told you yesterday when we were messaging, I like the trade.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked it better 3 or 4 years ago, though. Because between Scherzer, and Verlander, and some of these older cats that are getting kind of up there, they're not quite the same pitchers they once were. Or this younger generation's coming up, and they're able to really.
And that may be an advantage for us too when the younger kids start coming up and they have a veteran like a Scherzer or even a DeGrom, even though he's hurt. Yeah. But I mean, a lot of knowledge up here can help the kids, like a Leiter or a Kumar Rocker,
dude.
Or an Owen White when they come up in the majors and say, "Hey, all up here, man. You know, this is how you process it," and that's going to help us out a lot. But I like the deal. I mean, we didn't give up much except for Acuna. Which I'm kind of bummed about, but you
have to give something up.
You got to give something up. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, but at least we didn't have to give away the farm. I mean, it sucks that we gave up Acuna though, bro. Like he is going to be an all-star, like for sure. But the good thing about this move though is now you got Max Scherzer in that locker room when you get ready to head into the playoffs with skins on the wall, experience, bro. Like he just instantly became probably our number one. Right? He's going to be our number one in our rotation. No problem, right?
Yeah.
So you have that for the playoffs now. You've got a game one opening series with Max Scherzer on the mound with that offense behind him, bro.
And now Nathan Eovaldi right behind him, who is having a superb season. Let's not forget about him. And then you could throw in a Martin, man. Last night, let's go ahead.
Woo, he's been struggling.
The Rangers have been struggling.
I know, but in particular, Martin has been struggling. Scary.
Yeah. Well, it started off not good this past weekend in Houston as the Astros took 2 out of 3, but the third game is what everybody is talking about. As things got a little chippy in that game. Rangers demolished the Astros in game 3, 13-5.
Yeah.
But the story is that Haney, our Andrew Haney, hit one of the Astros players. Maybe just a little warning shot. Maybe
accident.
Maybe an accident. Okay. Well, Marcus Semien comes up next at bat, and he gets nailed. Not very happy, as you can tell. He was very pissed off at this. His next at bat hits a solo shot to the Crawford boxes up there in Houston. As he's rounding the bases, he's chirping.
Yep.
He's still pissed over getting hit.
I like it.
Fast forward a couple more bases loaded. Garcia with a grand slam. Semien on base. Semien on base, comes home, starts chirping again. Catcher gets involved. Bench is clear. Nothing was thrown, but they did indeed toss out Semien, which I don't understand. They tossed Semien and they tossed Houston's catcher. I forgot his name out of the game, but no punches were thrown. They were just chirping.
I like it.
It makes it very interesting when the Astros come back here in September. It's going to make that series very interesting. And the bad thing is that was the last Ranger win because they have gone into San Diego, and I guess they're enjoying the weather a little bit too much. As Friday night, they lost 7-0. And then last night, they lost 4-0. They have the offense is not showing up in San Diego.
It fell apart last night for sure because I watched all that game and
Yeah.
well, I'll tell you what, man. Martin Perez, he solely relies on getting ground balls. That's all it comes down to with
changeup,
him,
yeah.
man. He ain't striking nobody out.
No.
I'll tell you that. I watched that entire game, and if that's what we're leaning on in the playoffs, I'm a little concerned about it, man. I really am. But I do love the fire from Simeon. I don't mind him getting tossed out of there,
Oh, yeah.
bro. We need more of that. That's a spark for this team. But after that happened, they went on and caught a couple beatdowns. So I don't know, man. It's a little nerve-wracking, but they got something, man.
They do.
Let's get Scherzer on the mound. Let's go have one of those no-nos from Scherzer, and I think we'll be all right.
Still in first place, although the Astros are now 1 game behind. They're 60 and 43, 1 game behind, or Astros are 1 game behind us. Now, the big one is, the big story that came out of this week is the Angels came out and said they are not trading Shohei Ohtani.
They'd be stupid too.
Right.
They'd be stupid too, bro.
I don't know, bro, because I still don't think he's going to sign with them next year, and I think they're not going to get anything out of it. I think that was the perfect time if they knew, like, because let's face it, Shohei Ohtani next year is going to be the first $1 billion baseball player. I guarantee it. I'm saying it right here, right now. He will get the first $1 billion contract in Major League Baseball.
You can't.
And I don't think the
Angels
can afford that.
Bro, they'll find a way to afford it. He's a once-in-a-lifetime player. That'd be like saying that we're going to trade Joe DiMaggio this offseason. Like, come on. All right, well, yeah, we got this guy Ruth on our team, but we're going to let him walk. Like,
so
what?
here's what's great about it is the next day he goes in and pitches a shutout, right?
Yeah, I saw.
Then it's a doubleheader. Game 2, he blasts 2 home runs. Like, the dude is unstoppable, man.
That's his way of saying, pay me my contract.
I don't know.
Somebody's going to.
Oh, yeah. And I think it's the Dodgers, dude. I really think
so.
the Dodgers are going to be the favorite.
I thought that a couple weeks ago when we talked about it, but the more I think about it, I think the Angels are going to find a way to retain this guy.
They got to go to Walt Disney and say, hey, man, let's get this guy his own theme park.
They probably could, man. Like he may end up taking over all of Los Angeles before it's all said and done, man. He's an amazing player, dude. Do you want to go down in history as the team that broke the bank to get this guy who became a once-in-a-generational player, or do you want to be the team known to have gotten the guy but then let him walk, and then he signs with someone else and they go on and win championships?
The worst feeling ever is to think that you have this superstar pretty much locked in and you're ready to sign him next year, and then he goes to a different team. Case in point, Albert Pujols in 2012.
Exactly. Do you want to be that team?
The Cardinals thought they had him locked in. He ends up going to the Angels.
There you go.
And they got nothing out of it. That's what's so important about these trade deadlines is you got to have an inkling of knowing that the guy that you're going to trade, you have no doubt that there's no way that he's coming back on the team next year. You got to get something out of it. And I don't know, man. I hope the Angels are ready to bring out the checkbook, because I'm telling you, Shohei Ohtani is going to be the first $1 billion Major League Baseball player next year.
Hypothetical for you then. You're the owner of the Angels. It's coming down to the last day to make this thing happen. Are you signing Shohei, or are you trading him off and getting 4 young pieces and a starting pitcher?
Well, you can't trade him off now.
Okay, let's just say hypothetically you still could. You're in a situation where you could still get something in return for this guy. What are you doing? Are you keeping him, or are you trading him for your future? They're both future, but which one are you doing? It's not an easy decision.
It's not an easy decision, and that's why I think they had a meeting, and they had a very sit-down talk meeting and kind of seeing where the head was. And maybe they thought, okay, I think he's on board.
Back.
I think he's on board, so we got to pay this guy. We have to pay him. Because I'm telling you, Dodgers are going to offer him $1 billion contract.
Okay. If you're Shohei, and you get the exact same offer from the Angels, the exact same offer from the Dodgers, you're playing for the Dodgers, right?
Yeah, because they got skins on the wall.
A few. I mean, recent history.
Yeah.
Recent history. Not
They're-
talking about all time.
They're a stacked team. Let's not sugarcoat it. The Dodgers are a stacked team compared to the Angels.
Compared to the Angels, yes, but they're not. I mean, they're okay. Their record says otherwise. I get it. I know they've got all these great players, but
Yeah.
they're still not.
Hang on,
Is that
I'm
your
having
mic?
some mic. Yeah,
I hear that.
yeah. All right, sorry.
I just have a hard time if I'm the Angels, dude. I have to find a way to keep this guy. I can't be known as that guy that let this once in a lifetime player slip through my fingers. Fuck that, dude. I'm not going down in history as that guy. I'm not. I'm going to sign him.
Yeah, I'm with
He's
you.
amazing.
He's
amazing, bro.
It's going to be very interesting in the offseason to man, I just have a feeling like it's going to be, we're going to see the first $1 billion contract offer.
You keep saying it. I mean, I'm starting to believe it. The more I hear you say it, I mean, you might be right, man. Because he's worth it, though. Like, it's not really, but he is. Like,
I mean, think about it. Last year or 2 years ago, Rangers signed Seager and Simeon for a combined $1 billion. They both got $500 million apiece.
So now you're gonna do that for
the
one
market
guy?
the market keeps going up and up and up and up and up. And a talent like a Shohei Ohtani is a once in a generation. We'll never see a generation or a player like a Shohei Ohtani in our time.
Nope.
People talk about Babe Ruth back in the day, and this is the next generation Babe Ruth.
Yeah, it is.
And you'll never see anybody like this again. And yeah, you're gonna have to pay him to stay for sure.
I'm paying
$1 billion.
him. I'm sorry. I'm paying him if I have the money. I'm doing it, even if I don't have the money. Boy,
Well,
what happened to
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, what happened to Earl Spence last night, bro?
You want to get into that?
I just want to talk about it real quick and get it over with, man.
Go ahead.
Terrence Crawford is a great boxer, bro. He's like 40-0. He's got like 31 knockouts. He's a badass. I really thought Earl Spence Jr. was gonna win that match last night, man. He got knocked down like 3 or 4 times, man. Just that's what I'm saying. But I don't know, man. I'm not a huge boxing fan. But I met Earl Spence Jr. one time, took a picture with him, so I was pulling for him.
You think that car wreck had anything to do with it?
I don't know. It took a lot of time off, man, after that wreck.
Yeah.
And then he's got his vehicle fixed, not that one, but a vehicle fixed from where I work at. It's pretty cool. Let me take a picture holding the fist up with him. It's pretty sweet.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. All right, that's enough beatdown. Come on, bro. Look, man. Fuck the Mayweathers! Fuck the Crawfords! Good shit.
Yeah, it was good shit. All right, let's see. Let's get into the big story of the week was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Bronny James, LeBron James's son, suffered a cardiac arrest as he was working out at USC. 911 was dispatched, and good news is he's okay. But man, a kid that young,
Bro,
cardiac
it's not a good
arrest.
sign. It's not a good sign, man. That's rough. Looking forward to the future. You don't think that's always going to be in the back of his mind now, man. Always going to be thinking about that. Every time he gets out and gets a little bit, heart rate up a little bit, yeah, dude, that's going to be stuck in his head for the rest of his career, man. But I think it does go to show you right there, man, God does not play favorites. It doesn't matter what your last name is, what's your social status, what's any of that. Anything like that can happen to anyone at any time, man.
Yeah, LeBron took to Twitter and said this: "I want to thank the countless people sending my family love and prayers. We feel you, and I'm so grateful. Everyone's doing great. We have our family together, safe and healthy, and we feel your love. We'll have many more to say when we're ready, but I wanted to tell everyone how much your support has meant to all of us." And so, yeah, everything is good. Bronny James is now home. But, man,
Scary.
Very scary. And it's very simple, you know, with these cardiac arrests is now, with the game so physical, a little elbow to the chest could cause a cardiac arrest.
Dude, the bigger, the stronger, the faster that we get at these sports, the more physical they become. And look, this could just be a freak accident, man. It could just be one of those situations where just the stars align perfect and cause this to happen.
A little elbow right here at the right point, you know.
Hamlin, bro.
Exactly.
I mean, it's happening more often now, man. It's definitely more in the public eye. We get to see a lot of it up front, but it bothers me a little bit because, like, from a parent perspective, I don't even know how I would handle hearing something like that about my kid, man. Get that call that, oh, you know, your son has cardiac arrest at recess today. Like, it could happen anywhere. I just say there's not a lot of negative or funny things or anything whatsoever to say about this story because you say what you want about LeBron, you don't wish that upon anybody, man.
Especially a child.
Especially a child, bro. He's a kid still.
Still 19 19 years old, 18, 19 years old. That's crazy.
Glad he's doing well, you know.
Glad he is doing well. Also around the NBA, Jaylen Brown received the biggest NBA contract in history.
Yeah.
$304 million to the Boston Celtics. Your thoughts on this?
Dude, he's a badass player, but he's awfully streaky for that kind of money, man. I don't know. They haven't wanted, like, I don't even know how to put it into words, man. He's a good player. He's a really good player. Is he worth that amount of money? It's changing the whole structure in which these players are going to start getting paid, man. It's going through the roof, the amount. Okay, so so-and-so's getting $500,000, or getting $500 million, and the next person will get $7.5 billion.
Yeah.
On. Where's the stop?
A guy like Luka, I don't think he'll do it, but, you know, a guy that is well known in the NBA. I'm sorry, but Jaylen Brown is not well known in the NBA.
Well, I mean, I disagree.
You don't see him on covers of any sponsors, any Nike commercials, anything like that. But here's what I'm saying is those established guys like a Luka Doncic or a LeBron James. I don't think LeBron, he don't need the money anymore. But
no, I'm saying, but in
but
general,
I'm saying a key franchise player like that will go to the owner now and saying, "Hey, Jaylen Brown got $384 million."
That's a starting point for some of these guys now.
Say what?
Yeah. They're like, say
it's
what?
The same. It's the same thing in football, though. The exact same thing. You think Dak's worth $40 million a season? No, but the market was set.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's the way that it's getting to the point where it's getting out of control, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like think about how hard we work every single day for the amount of money that we make. To know that this guy's going to make $500 million for putting a ball through a hoop. Like, how much money are these companies bringing in just with these, you know, TV contracts, the endorsements, it's cash money, bro. It's so much that it's sickening. These guys can play one season of basketball and never have to do anything the rest of their lives after that. I wish I was 7 foot tall.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Or fast and could jump high or any kind of athleticism at this point. But it's kind of sickening, man. Makes me upset. Yeah. Especially to find someone like Jaylen Brown getting that kind of money. He's a great player, though. I don't want to dog him too hard because he's a key component to that Boston team. But outside of the Massachusetts area, you don't see a lot of people sporting freaking Jaylen Brown jerseys.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I know.
Damn.
I don't know.
Well, it's getting close, Keith.
Fuck yeah.
Training camp has started this past week. And a lot of headline stories have come out this week in training camp. And we'll start with our very own Dakota Prescott in a press conference. And his goal this year is to not throw many interceptions. His goal is 10 interceptions. And
Wow. I think that should be the goal every year to not throw interceptions. Like, jeez, bro. I'm sorry, but I don't want to talk bad about Dak. All I'm reading, though, is all these little statements about how Dak and Brandon Cooks are on the same page.
Well, we got to remember. McCarthy has said that his main focus this year is to run the offense, number one, but also really develop Dak Prescott. Because, really Kellen Moore's out. Kellen Moore's out. We're not running the Kellen Moore playbooks anymore. We're not running the college football scheme playbooks. We're gonna run my offense that I ran up there with Aaron in Green Bay. That's the offense we're gonna run.
We're gonna run. All right, 64 dive on go. Listen, bro. Dak Prescott's been in the league for 7 years now, something like that. Yeah. Okay, what else do you have to develop? I don't understand.
I guess he's talking about his interception ratio.
Look, some of the greatest quarterback that ever played the game threw a lot of picks, man.
Brett Favre.
Yeah, that guy was an asshole too.
Yeah, Brett Favre. He's got the most interceptions in a career, most touchdowns, and the most dick pics as well.
Most dick pics ever sent. That is a fact. I read that somewhere. Mm-hmm. He's also under investigation for stealing money from a foundation that's building a gym for his daughter's volleyball team or something like that.
Yeah,
I stay away from most of that though. I don't want to be like that. Yeah,
not too happy with Brett Favre right now.
Can't get clean water, but can give him $10 million.
Hey, I got this copper tone on my dick.
Hey man, helps keep my wiener from hurting.
Helps keep my wiener from sending out dick pics.
I like to wear it on the outside of my Wrangler blue jeans, and then go out and toss the old pigskin with Jerry Rice. Those commercials.
Yeah, we just pick a random part. We just wrap up on copper tone. And we just go out there and just annihilate the kid. Yeah.
Yep. And Doug Flutie was there, and so was the Big Hurt. We were filming.
they're taking T2.
They're talking about Gen X or something like that. What's it called?
Their limp wiener pills.
Yeah. Hey, you got a limp wiener? Try one of these here. I'm the Big Hurt, and I'll bang your wife. I feel like that's basically what Doug Flutie looks old as shit in that commercial too.
Doug Flutie looks like your high school gym teacher that
still got it.
That still got it and will do a bicycle kick and will try to do a bicycle kick at a soccer game. He looks like that guy.
Bro, speaking of bicycle kicks, have you ever seen the movie Hot Shot?
I have.
It's got the white guy in it. It's got Pele in it.
I thought you were talking about Hot Shot.
No, not
Charlie Sheen.
Not Charlie Sheen. That's the first thing everybody always thinks. There's a soccer movie. It's an old school soccer movie I watched as a kid. My sister texted me yesterday and told me that she found it on Amazon Prime. Too bad I can't watch it.
Too bad you can't watch it.
No, I'm willing to make a sacrifice because I hadn't seen this movie since I was like 5. But the moral of the story is that Pele teaches this white guy how to do a bicycle kick, and finally in the last game he does a bicycle kick to win the game.
Was it Sinbad?
No, it wasn't Sinbad. Would have been better if Sinbad was in it, but no. It's a great movie, man. I'm pretty sure it had a guy that looked just like Tattoo in it.
That's Doug Flutie. That's what I'm talking about.
That's the reason why I brought this story up, because randomly we talked about Tattoo last week.
Right.
Then I get a message from my sister asking me about Tattoo yesterday. Like, what's going on, man?
She obviously watches the show.
Clearly. She's one of the five followers that follows us.
Yeah.
My sister.
Clearly.
Anyways, that's all I got. I just randomly wanted to throw that in there.
Oh. Back to the NFL. Hey, we got sidetracked on that.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
So news is, and this is, this always happens in the first week of training camp. Some of these guys don't keep in shape, and then when they go in, they kind of strain a calf here and there. And Joe Burrows is now on the injured list, tweaked his knee. They're going to keep him out for at least 5 weeks.
I mean, it's safe. They're just being safe about it. He's fine. He's fine. time, bro.
And other news in the Indianapolis, Jonathan Taylor Thomas has requested a trade to
Can't imagine why.
leave Indianapolis. Jim Irsay, the Colts owner,
Pill popper.
just
The
said
fucking hydrocodone machine.
he went on SportsCenter or anybody who had a microphone and said, "We're not trading Jonathan Thomas." So that's drama ensuing over in Indianapolis. And there's high praises right now, speaking of Indianapolis, of the guy that they drafted, our boy, the guy that I praised, Richardson, the quarterback. He is dominating first team snaps in camp right now.
I don't know, man. It's all just walkthrough stuff right now. It's nothing hardcore, not necessarily walkthrough, but it's not real yet, bro.
But if you don't have Jonathan Taylor Thomas,
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
You have to have him.
Keep him happy. Keep him happy.
Why does he want out of Indy, though? I guess is the real question. Is it
ownership, baby?
It has to be, right?
It has to
like,
be.
I would think it's probably a big part of it because of ownership. And who's their head coach now? Do they even know? Because remember they had Chuck Pagano for a while there, and then they
all shaved his head. They all shaved their heads.
But that was the year when they were actually doing something. He was a good coach to rally around. Then they got another coach. I can't remember who it was now. But either way, then they ran with Matt Ryan for that season. And that
Shane Stinson.
There you go. That's their new head coach.
Yeah, that's their new head coach.
So I don't know if Indy's in a rebuild type season or what, but they got a young quarterback that we believe is going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
They've got JTT.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he's not filming Home Improvement, he's amazing on the field. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. The offensive line has been a struggle for him. The defense has been pretty good over the last 3 years. I would want to play for the Colts. Look at that division. Who do they have to run through? Tennessee?
Yeah, Tennessee, Houston.
We do this every time. Jackson. Oh, London Jaguars.
London Jaguars. That's right. Yeah.
I'm going to that preseason game, just so you know. Cowboys and London Jaguars. But it's in Dallas, so it's not or it's in Arlington. It's not in London.
Speaking of dumpster fires, Las Vegas Raiders. Holy cow. Josh Jacobs leaving the Las Vegas airport saying, "Peace out. I won't be back for a while." A lot of people are not liking McDaniels over there, the so-called genius.
He's not a genius.
And a lot of the players are dipping out of Vegas. They want out.
I don't get it. I mean, I do get it, but I don't get it. Vegas has always been ran poorly, man. Like, it's nothing new.
Yeah, but then you get a guy in there that McDaniels, you get a guy in there that the majority of his career was the offensive coordinator for Bill Belichick. You know, he gets a head coaching job finally after years and years and years and years and years of staying with Belichick and being loyal to Belichick. He finally gets his head coaching job. And then he goes in, and from what reports I'm hearing, it's his way or the highway. Like, no input whatsoever. This is how I want my offense ran, and I don't care about your inputs or whatever. You're either going to do it, or you're going to be like David Carr or Derek Carr, and you're going to sit your ass on the bench, which he did.
You know, this isn't his first try at this head coach thing. When he went to Denver...
Oh, yeah.
Same exact problem.
Yeah.
Exact same issue where they became a dumpster fire.
Mm-hmm.
He's just him, dude. He needs to know his role. He's good when it comes to being an offensive coordinator, a quarterback whisperer, whatever.
It's okay to take inputs here and there. But
nah, man.
According to him, it's like, no, I'm the genius. Look, I got the rings.
Yeah, but he didn't earn those rings, man. I know. That's Belichick's team.
I know. But
fucking Tom Brady.
Yeah, exactly. It's just crazy.
You don't have Tommy Boy anymore, man. You've got Jimmy G now.
Yeah, he does have Jimmy G.
I like Jimmy G, bro. Why does everybody dog this guy?
I love Jimmy G too, but
I think he's a serviceable guy. Bro.
He's a serviceable guy to the brothels over there now.
Well, that comes with the territory, bro. Look, he's a handsome man. All right, I'm man enough to admit it. He's a handsome man.
He is a handsome man. He's a handsome devil.
He is, but he's a mediocre quarterback. But I think he's serviceable. I think the years playing for the Patriots under Tom really helped Jimmy G. He's gotten to a Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah.
Say what you want. Say what you want about the team he was on at the time. All right. They hung in there with a really good Kansas City Chiefs team that year. Jimmy G, on a scale of 1 to 10, is like a 7 as far as quarterback play goes, in my opinion. I think he's a decent player.
He is.
I'm not riding or dying with the guy, but I tell you what, honest to God, I think he's a top 10 quarterback in the league, especially right this second. There's a lot of other guys. I would rather have Jimmy G over a lot of these other guys. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I would too.
Don't put me on record for that, though. All
right, before we move on, want to get this shout out real quick. And that is, of course, talking about Thunderstruck Roofing and Construction. All right.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm listening. I'll be right back.
All right. There he goes with his man bun. Thunderstruck Roofing and Construction. That's right, folks. One of the official sponsors of the Sports Bras podcast. Call my boy Perry down below me, Thunderstruck Roofing. If you have any roof damage to your house, he will come out and do a free estimate, and he will tell you exactly what you need. And he's not going to sugarcoat. He's not going to BS you. He's not going to try to con you out of something that you don't need. He is the working man for the working fam. Call my boy Perry, Thunderstruck Roofing. The phone number is right down below. Tell him you heard it from the Sports Bras. Get your free estimate. I'm telling you, folks, it is a world of difference if you have a roof that is 100% intact. Even if you have a little ding, a dang, a dong, or something like that, long term, you never know what's going to happen. So give my boy
Chinese?
Ching Chong Ting Tong. Yes,
that's what it sounded like.
So give our boy Perry a call at Thunderstruck Roofing and Construction. Like I said, free estimate. The working man,
Perry.
The working man for the working fam. There we go. Thunderstruck Roofing.
Well done.
All right, next. Boy, oh boy, is things getting weirder and weirder in our nation's capital.
Oh, God, here we go. Yes! Yes! I love it. They're having talks about it, bro!
They are.
Full-on debates!
They
Full
are.
on.
Under
I love it.
oath, they are telling us
Hell yeah.
there are aliens among us. They are finally telling us the truth, because the truth will never escape it. So, your thoughts on this, bro?
Listen, let me first off, this is nothing I didn't already expect. Okay? I've been an avid alien follower since I was old enough to know what an alien is. Now that Congress is letting the world know that I'm not full of shit, that I know that there are aliens out there, what do we do? Like,
right.
they know more than what they're even telling us. You know
Oh,
that, right?
yeah.
There's a
They
lot.
sugarcoated it, but they did admit that there is alien life form among us, and they actually do have a spacecraft in their possession, bro.
And they refuse to admit whether or not they found some bodies with that wreckage. They kind of tiptoed around those questions. Like, they couldn't go full on and say, yeah, we found 2 alien bodies, we kidnapped them, and we tortured them until they gave us their technology. Whatever may have happened. I don't know. I wasn't there, but this just lets me know that we're not crazy, bro. We've said it before. If you had 1 million people call in and say they had an experience with an alien, it had to have been at least one of those that's freaking real. Okay?
Yeah.
Can't all be made up.
And it's all funny. It's all fun and games when, when these people say they've been abducted, and it shows the guy and it looks like Billy Bob from fucking, in the sticks. It looks like he may have done an all-nighter tweaking, and they made it believe that he was on something, and there's no possible way that he could have been abducted. But
Discredit. That's all there was.
Oh, yeah.
Discredit these people. Make them look crazy. Make these people like tinfoil hat people. Now all of a sudden they're talking about it openly in Congress? Now, come on, bro. First off, I met the alien.
I met. That's the first thing I did when I went in office. I said, "Take me to Area 51.
I want to see it.
I want to see it."
I want to see it. Is it hot?
It had a very nice figure. Very nice. Eyebrows, little perky tits, and his dong was hanging out. It was very disturbing.
Baby bit alien reader. All I know, man, is that it makes me so happy to finally hear this, but kind of in the back of my mind, it's a little scary too, a little bit, you know? Like, it's definitely the reason why from like the 1970s to 2020s, why we had this major jump in technology. It's 100% from back engineering this spacecraft or retaining information from these captured beings. It has to be.
Yeah.
No one else could just come up with this shit in their head, dude. Like, it absolutely is these aliens guiding us on our technology. I firmly believe that. So I love the fact that they're having this conversation, and I love the fact that it's getting global recognition, and it's not being just clowned on and made fun of as, oh, these crazy Americans talking about aliens. Every single country, every single continent in this world has had experiences with life beings from outside of this world. You cannot convince me otherwise. Why did we never hear anything else about the spaceship thing that they shot down from the sky, or the balloon that they shot down? We never heard another word about that after it, did we?
No.
Right? Why? Why not?
Exactly. What was
because there's
what was covered? What did we find? What did we get?
Is the government hiding these things to actually protect us from having mass hysteria and going crazy? Or are they actually harboring this stuff to their own advantage to sell it to third parties that want to come in and be investors and can take this technology and start advancing our country and making millions and millions of dollars doing it?
Well, I mean, just look at what I'm holding.
It's everything.
It's
everything.
It's everything.
Your whole world is in this little device here, bro. And that's not by coincidence.
It's not by us.
This was the intentional move.
Exactly.
I'm telling you that we're tracked on everything we do. Our conversation can be heard at all times. All these advancements in technology, some of it may have just been originated from these creative minds of people that live in this country and outside this country. But I had a tendency to believe that all the major advancements that we have made have been 100% from back engineering these alien life forms, technology that they came to this world on. But the weird thing about all of it is that none of us should be surprised by this. The galaxy, the universe is never ending, bro. There's so many other inhabitable planets out there for us to think we're the only life form that can speak and do these things that we do is naive on our part. It's dumb to think that we're the only life form, bro. Yeah. We're probably the most uncivilized and most unadvanced civilization out there compared to these other places out. I mean, we're getting way out there, bro. People are gonna think I'm crazy, but I firmly believe that there's life form out there. And we had a show one time where me and you talked, and I told you by the year 2030, we will know more about this, and we will have an interaction between an English prime minister and an alien, or the president and an alien.
It may be before that. It may be before that now.
It could be. I heard a guy predicted in 2027, you're going to see the prime minister sit down with an actual alien and have an open conversation recorded for the world to see. They're slowly but surely introducing little pieces of it to get us used to it so that the shock value of when we actually find out the whole truth about it, we can handle it. Yeah. That's what I think. Anyways, that's just,
speaking of alien life form.
Related to your injury from
good old Mitch McConnell.
Oh God, man, he blacked out, bro.
Here we go.
This week has been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of.
When he went back in his turtle shell. Mitch,
Mr. McConnell.
Well, first and foremost,
Now we got secret audio. Hang on, here it is.
Anything else you want to say, or should we just go back to
I just shit my pants.
Do you want to say
I
anything else to the
just inside my pants, but I need somebody to help me get this duty out of my brain.
I just shit my pants.
You know,
And then he comes
What
back.
happened here at the start of the press conference, and it was related to your injury from earlier this year where you suffered a concussion. Is that?
What are you talking about?
I wipe my ass. I'm fine.
Do you
That's right, man. I don't remember what we were talking about.
Creepy, bro. Like he
Bro.
just froze.
Can I say something that's going to be a little bit
Go ahead.
messed up? You reap what you sow. Okay. Karma is a real thing. This man has done more to hurt this country than just about any other politician in office. Honestly, he really has, bro. I don't want to say he deserves this, but he deserves this. He packed the courts with nothing but Republican judges and has gone about like this two-sided thing where when the Democrats do it, it's totally unreasonable. You can't do this, you can't do that. But as soon as the Republicans got a little bit of power, Mitch McConnell did the exact same things. He's a big-time hypocrite. He is getting what he deserves, man. I'm sorry. I'm a firm believer that if you live life a shitty way and you're
Shut my
hateful to
pants.
people and you're
Really started first and foremost. Just said it dirty. It was me coming together
I just
today.
shit my pants.
I don't know if that was me or if that was my wife, but
I just can't with these guys. I don't fucking like any of these politicians, man. They're all corrupt assholes.
When are we gonna get an age limit here? The Congress, like
Never.
70 years old should be it. Like you're done,
Bro.
you're retired. Here's your papers. Have a good life. Bye bye.
Bro, if you become a Supreme Court justice, you get a lifetime. A lifetime. Do you understand how much can change from when you go in at 40 years old and become a judge to by the time you're 80? That's 40 years. You don't think that those judges are still set in their ways from 40 years ago? Things change, man. The same reason why you can't give lifetime
Oh
appointments.
no, Mitch just fell again.
Oh, there we go. You sure that wasn't Slippy Joe? Slippy Joe!
I shit my pants.
first off, I just want to say the Republican Party is in total disarray. But yes, that was me that pooped my britches.
Fuck the politics, bro.
I'm with you.
I
on that.
can't. I can't, man. It's a joke. It's a waste of time. All they do is create culture wars, and they don't even talk about real problems. They're talking about gas stoves. They're a bunch of clowns, man. All they do is we have major things going on in the country right now, and all I'm hearing is about whistleblower testimonies and this and that. It's the most made up shit. They've been running this investigation on Biden and the corrupt Bidens for like 5 years now, and they have no evidence of
I'm gonna
any.
be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Alex Jones knows. It's just like a dog and whistle thing, man. It's like just everyone look over here, and while you're over here, we're gonna rob you blind over here. Like there's no plan for any of these hearings. They're having hearings about stuff that they should not be having hearings about. Why don't they talk about, I don't know, gun safety or keeping our kids safe in school? You know, stuff that matters. How about healthcare? Healthcare? How about healthcare for people? Why don't we talk about that a little bit? How about veterans that come back?
That
and
doesn't
are
make
totally
money.
fucked
What
up?
are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying, though, bro. That's how messed up we vote these. We're the constituents that vote these people in. Then they get in there, and the big businesses come in and corrupt all of them. And we get nothing done. Nothing gets done. All that happens is the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. That is literally all that is happening. You got immigrants who can't get health care. You got women who don't have control over their own bodies. You got grown-ass men.
Physical and mental, my physical as well as my mental fitness.
Say what you want about Sleepy Joe. He's done a pretty good job.
Come on, man.
He's done a pretty good job. I know he's half senile and he can't put together a full sentence, but he has done a pretty good job. If you really look at the skins, I know you make the face all you want, but you don't follow it the way I follow it. You don't know the things that he has gotten past that actually probably benefit you more than you even know.
Well, oh, that's a hell of a weird sound. I never made that before.
Oh, dang it. That better be a naked girl under your bed, Bobby.
I am the smartest man alive! I am the smartest man alive!
Whatever. I'm not claiming that. I'm just trying to say if you don't follow it, then all you hear is one side, and you agree with all these idiots that try to downplay the things he's actually accomplished. He's accomplished a lot. Our inflation's going down. Gas prices have gone down. Jobs are up to the highest that they've ever been. And people say, it's because coronavirus. It's because the virus. Of course we got more jobs. He's doing a lot. The Build Back Better plan, which would have actually, the Republicans knocked billions of dollars off of that for whatever reason. And they say all these things out of one side of their mouth, and then as soon as they get in power, they go and cut taxes for the rich of the rich, and we end up suffering from it. And if you don't follow it, all you hear is the fucking culture war shit. You got to pay attention to what's really going on, man. I hate to go on a rant, but it's the truth, man. Like you have to follow what's really going on, because if you only listen to what Fox or CNN or specific stations are telling you, then you don't actually get to hear about all the things that are being passed in Congress.
And that's the thing. It's like media. It's so one-sided, unfortunately. Like you don't have a media outlet out there that's down the middle. You either have a media outlet, you either watch this one for this one, or you watch this one for this one. I wish, like, media is a huge problem that we have with this country. As far as it is, dude.
Well, but why is it though? Do you want to know why it is? It's because you had a man come into office and immediately start taking away from the media and undermining the media, and had anything bad said about him was fake news. It diminished the people. It's diminishing the way that people view our media. And it makes it untrustworthy, when in reality, all it was factual reporting that didn't go well with his agenda. It's a demagogue thing, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, it's the first thing you want to do if you want to come into power and become an oligarchy. You want to come into power, you want to rule a one-person rule the entire country type situation here, like I don't know, North Korea. I don't know, China, Russia.
DHgate.
Why you have to come into there and make it sound like the media doesn't know what they're talking about, because then you can get away with whatever the fuck you want to get away with. If you don't see that, man, I'm telling you, that's what's happening.
China,
you know, I'll give
China.
China.
They're responsible for a lot of problems. I just want to say one thing real quick, and then we get off this politician shit, okay?
Right.
The fact that this Hunter Biden investigation thing is going on, right? They're talking about $2 million that he took with Burisma and these Chinese places or whatever. Do you know how much money Trump's kids made when they were in office?
Oh, God.
$640 million Ivanka made. Jared Kushner got a $2 billion deal with the Saudis after he left from his position in Congress, position as in the presidency. Do you understand that we're going after Hunter Biden, who's not even participating in politics right now? His dad had nothing to do with this, and we're going after that when we had over almost $3 billion worth of money basically stolen? Come on, bro. Like, that's how you know that this world is fucked up, man. Like, they're prioritizing that over that. You could throw stones. All of them are absolutely corrupt. All of them are, bro.
Yeah.
But which ones are doing things that actually benefit us? Like, if you're not, there's no benefit to anything that's going on right now. There's nothing. Nothing good is coming from any of this.
No, there's not. Nothing is benefiting us except for the aliens.
I'm glad they talked about that finally. Like, it's about time. I'd rather hear about that than Hunter Biden's dick pics. Don't want to hear about it anymore.
His drug habits and.
Who gives a damn, man? Like, you're dragging this guy through the mud after he's trying to get better, bro. Cocaine. God damn! Woo! Love some prostitutes. Woo! Hey, Dad! What's up?
Do the Trump dance.
That's right. Grab that pussy.
Yeah, man.
The clap rock. I love it. Very good.
The clap rock.
That's right. Slippy Joe and his cocaine-fueled sex binges.
All right, so let's get into this before we head out. Fantasy football is coming right around the corner. How many more weeks are we out on this?
Oh, we got about, what's today, July 30th? So we got about 2.5, 3 weeks?
2.5, 3 weeks. Now,
mid-August.
Yeah. Now, your boys here at the Sports Bras have come to a agreement that we are definitely doing a live fantasy football draft on the show. Now, mostly, typically we do a weekend show, but usually I think these drafts are in the middle of the week, right?
Yeah, about Wednesday or Thursday. Usually on Thursday, I think, is when we do it.
Okay, so be on the lookout for that. A couple weeks, midweek or midday or midweek. We will be doing our fantasy football draft live. Now, of course, we're not going to tell you what team we're on. We're not going to tell you who is who and what is what,
What are we doing?
Well, I mean, we're just going to draft, and we're going to talk about the potentials of who's drafting what. Kind of like ESPN, like a Mel Kiper, like, the so-and-so's up. I feel like that, the best pick is going to get Jonathan Taylor Thomas right here.
Blah! Blah! I am Count Dracula.
How does Mel Kiper still have a job?
Bro,
Like
I don't know.
ESPN recently did a like a clean out. Yeah.
And they kept Mel Kiper.
It's like
he threatened to suck everyone's blood.
I suck your blood if you followed me.
Joe Burrow.
Well, the bad, here's we get back into the Undisputed drama that escalated. As we all know, Shannon Sharp left Undisputed.
I
quit, Skip. I can't stand it.
I just spit everywhere when I did that.
Reports are Shannon Sharp is going to sign a contract with ESPN, and that may have to do with some of the firings. Maybe Shannon Sharp thought, I'm going to make this much,
I quit!
So Shannon Sharp looks like he's heading to ESPN. Meanwhile, on the other side, Skip still ain't found no damn co-host.
Well, who wants to be with them?
Looked out to one person, and I thought, he's absolutely lost it. You know who Skip reached out to be a co-host for his show next year?
Kendrick Perkins.
Not even a sports star, my friend.
Oh, no. Ryan Seacrest.
Lil Wayne.
Oh, I did. I saw this story. Why am I guessing? I already know who
Lil Wayne.
Hey. Say what you want. Lil Wayne's got a pretty good sports knowledge on his shoulders, bro. He's pretty good at it, actually.
He's good at it. But yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Man, I'm in a duffel bag, boy. I can only imagine those two getting into a high heated argument.
Oh my god.
Man, I'm sipping on that cash.
You think Lil John would pull a strap out on fucking Skip?
Wait, Lil Jon or Lil Wayne?
Oh, Lil Wayne. There's too many littles.
I don't know that he'll pull.
You know what, Skip? I'm tired of your shit. Shut up, Mark.
No, man. I don't think so. I think
Skip will drive him to that. Skip will drive him to it. I guarantee.
I can see some high heated arguments for damn sure, but Lil Wayne is so like.
He's so high as a kite.
I don't know that he's going to care that much.
Yeah,
I really don't.
He's so high he wouldn't even realize what's going on.
He's got good sports opinions, though. I promise you that. I'm not making that up. He really does.
Oh, yeah, he does. Absolutely. He loves his Saints.
He does love the Saints, man. Now, I don't even think it's a weed thing. I think it's more of a sipping on that lean, bro. Like, he's going to be just like half passed out the entire show.
Yeah, I think Skip's going to make a point, and then they're going to cut to the camera over there, Lil Wayne.
Just, young Moolah, baby. That's all you're going to hear.
Ain't I mean nothing to y'all.
No, come on, bro. Mrs. Officer.
Lil Wayne and Skip Bayless. My God. And you
Great
know
combo.
Skip's gonna sport that chain, you know.
Oh God, he's gonna try to be so thuggish, bro. It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna set white people back hundreds of years. I don't want him representing our race on the show. I'd rather have someone else.
I wish they would just get rid of Skip, but apparently he brings ratings. I don't know, dude. I don't get Skip.
Doesn't matter if you love him
Before
or
we
hate
head
him.
out, there's a couple of other people, and I want you to explain to me. I like to call this segment, I don't get it. Okay, so when I name celebrities or whoever that's popular around the world, and I don't get why.
Oh,
maybe you can help me out.
Let's do it.
Number one, DJ Khaled.
Bro, I don't understand.
I don't get it.
He's funny. Like, he's a funny guy. I'll give him that. He's a father. He's good with his kids. I'll give him that. But really, all he does is make some semi-nice beats and say, DJ Khaled! That's really all he does.
I don't get him. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of DJ Khaled fans out there, but I don't get him. Is it because I'm old?
It's not, well, partly, but mainly because once you get that name recognition and people start
where did he
generating
get that
buzz,
name recognition?
Because he's always been like, okay, so it's kind of like Metro Boomin, what's some more? Okay, Metro Boomin became popular because of that line at the beginning of all the songs. It's the same thing with DJ Khaled. It's the same thing, bro.
What about DJ Lethal?
Nobody gives a fuck about DJ Lethal.
DJ Lethal, bring it on.
I don't know. I could see the DJ Khaled one's okay. It's not terrible. You got somebody else in mind?
No, that was the main one.
So that was a short segment.
Yeah, I mean, that was the main one. I don't get how his popularity is so much. It's
you know the one that blows my mind? Andrew Tate.
I don't get that either. Like,
that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of them out there, dude, that like think that this guy's beliefs and shit is the way to go about life. Well, first of all, you have to treat women like shit. Treat them terrible. Treat them fucking terrible.
You gotta tell her, you gotta make me a sandwich.
And tell her, no, not my top bitch. You're my bottom bitch.
I don't get
Bro, it's the most disgusting shit I've ever seen. Like, my stepson the other day was telling me about he watched the video with Andrew Tate, and I was like, I don't want to ever hear that you watch that piece of shit scumbag again. Like, he's degrading to women. He was actually fucking, like, sex trafficking women, basically, bro. Like, and teaching a way to make a lot of money off these sluts. A lot of money. Buku's of cash money.
I have to look into it and make a full-on segment to people I don't get. And it's just, I don't know. It just drives me nuts. It's like, you know, I look, I know what I put and we both put into this show, right? You know, and our main goal is to get this show recognized and propel us to do this full time. It's just comes to the point where it's like, I don't mean to be, you know, what's the word? Look at me kind of thing.
Right.
But in this point, it's like,
it's the only way you make it.
That's the only way you make it. And then you look at these guys like a DJ Khaled or Andrew Tate. It's like, what the
You know what it is? You have to be willing to go against all the morals and beliefs you've been taught since you were young. That's really what it comes down to. You have to be willing to go on here and say some controversial things that either degrade women or talk bad about a certain race or talk about the Jewish community or whatever. You have to be willing to go to that extreme, knowing it's putting a target on your back, but it's going to bring the money in, bro, unfortunately. And I'm not willing to sacrifice. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not. I'm not going to
sell my soul to the devil.
I refuse to. I'd rather be broke and have a show that I enjoy doing than to be rich and have to throw out content that this creator is telling me to say to draw clicks. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, true that.
Not doing it.
We'll do a segment on that in a future podcast.
Oh, I got a handful of people.
Yeah, we'll definitely get down that road. I want to thank everybody for listening to the show. Thank you for tuning in. And be sure to check out our sponsors down below. Collar Boy Perry, Thunderstruck Roofing and Construction. Get you a free estimate. The working man for the working fam. If you're in the San Antonio, Austin, San Marcos area, give my boy Mark a call. Alpha Truck Outfitters. He will decorate your vehicle in the cleanest way possible, whatever that means. Whatever. But I want to say thanks to everybody. Make sure you go down to our social media links down there below. Scan the QR code right there, and it'll take you right to everything you need about the Sports Bras. And with that said, Keith, you got anything before we head out?
Man, we're just countdown is coming, ladies and gentlemen.
Football is among us, man.
Not only the countdown to that, but the countdown to the Sports Bras 100th episode.
You remember?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, we're at number 93 right now.
7 more to go.
7 more to go. Episode 100 is going to be quite interesting. Just stay tuned for that. I got a lot of I won't let the cat out of the bag, but I got a lot of surprises for the episode 100. It's gonna be fun.
Well, I'm ready for fantasy too. I'm not gonna lie, that's a big part of this. Yeah. I'm ready for our main topic of conversation, football.
It's gonna be fun. All right. Well, with that said, Keith, you got anything else?
That's
let's send it our home.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Sports Bras.
And never ever forget, guys, you can't run, but you can't hide unless you're Mitch McConnell at a podium. I think I shit my pants. We'll see you next week, guys. Have a good one. Adios. I shit my pants.
Not again. Jill!
Adios.
Adios.